Hi guys, in this video we consider division of polynomials. You will see that such division is really similar to what is done in arithmetic. Then let's analyze first the dividing by a monomial. In the first example, I provide a monomial divided by a monomial. Then in this case it's important remember that we have to divide the coefficients, and also we have to use the quotient rule to subtract exponents when the bases are the same. Then let's start with the first exercise. 12 divided by 2, because they are the coefficients, is 6, and x squared divided by x is x, because we have to keep the same base and subtract the exponent. In this case 2 minus 1 is 1. Answer is 6x. Example number 2, exactly the same coefficients. First, negative 24 divided by 3 is negative 8, and then x to the 10th power divided by x cubed is going to be x to the 7th power, because it's a subtraction between 10 and 3. Next example is a binomial divided by a monomial. Then when we are dividing when we are dividing a binomial by a monomial, we have to do it by parts. First with the first term and then with the second term. Then let's do it. The first term is 9x to the 8th power. Then 9 divided by 3 is 3, and x to the 8th power divided by x to the 3, or to the cube, is going to be x to the 5th power. Down the second term, 12 divided by 3 is 4, positive, then we have to write plus 4, and x to the 6th power divided by x cubed is going to be x cubed. Remember, we have to keep the same base, that in this case is x, and subtract the exponents. Example number 4, it's a trinomial divided by a monomial. Exactly or really similar to the previous example, we have to do it separately, term by term. Then the first one is 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. Now a to the 5th divided by x squared is it's a cubed, or a to the 3rd power. Now b to the 4th divided by b is b cubed. Okay, next term is negative 4 x cubed negative 4 a cubed b squared. Okay, divided by the same monomial, negative 2 a squared b. Then negative 4 divided by negative 4, of course, is positive, then positive 2. B cubed divided by a is a, because they subtract the exponents, remember. And b squared divided by b, of course, is b, because 2 minus 1, the exponents subtraction is 1. Now the last term, 8 positive divided by negative 2, of course, is negative 4, and a squared divided by a squared is 1, because any number divided by itself is 1. Then it's not necessary copy 1, because 1 times negative 4 is going to be negative 4, then it's not necessary to copy. And b cubed divided by b, of course, is b squared. Okay, this is the process to divide any polynomial by a monomial. Okay, example number 1 and 2 is monomial divided by a monomial. Example number 3 is binomial divided by a monomial, and example number 4 is a trinomial divided by a monomial. Okay, now let's talk about dividing by a binomial. I provide a numerical or an arithmetic example first, especially to remember the step-by-step process to carry out long division. Okay, then remember that to carry out long division we use 4 steps. Step number 1 is divide, step number 2 multiply, step number 3 subtract, and step number 4 bring down the next number. Then let's start. I rewrite the operation, the division, in this way to start the long division. Then 2 divided by 4, of course, it's not possible because 2 is smaller than 4. Then it's 29 divided by 4. Then let's remember the first step when we carry out long division. Then 29 divided by 4 is 7. Then division, divide is the first step. Now the second step, multiply. Multiply what? The finding number, in this case 7 times 4. Times 4, 7 times 4 is 28. Let's copy under 29 and let's subtract. Okay, then cross the line. 9 minus 8 is 1 and 2 minus 2 is 0. Step number 3. Remember, step number 1 is divide. 29 divided by 4, 7. Step number 2, multiply. 7 times 4, 28. Step number 3, subtract. And step number 4 is bring down the next term or the next number. Then in this case it's 4. Let's bring number 4 down. And let's start one more time with the same cycle, with the same process. Then one more time, the first step, 14 divided by 4. 14 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times, now multiplication. Multiply 3 times 4 is 12. Let's copy here and step number 3, subtract. Okay, this is 4 minus 2 is 2 and 1 minus 1 is 0. Step number 4, remember, bring down the next number, and the next number is 7 in this case. And let's start one more time with the process. Divide 27 divided by 4 is 6. Now, step number 2, multiply 6 times 4 is 24, but we have to copy here negative because it's a subtraction. Then let's subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3 and 2 minus 2 is 0. In this case, we have to bring the next number down, but there is no more numbers. That means the division finished. Okay? Okay, this is the numerical example, but now I'm going to show you the examples with polynomials. Let's analyze the first one, this one. I will write here and remember the 4 steps. Step number 1, divide. Then the first term here in the dividend divided by the first term here in the divisor. Then x squared divided by x is x. Remember, keep the same base and subtract the exponents. Now, remember step number 2, multiply. Then x times x, x squared. And here, copy with the opposite sign because it's a subtraction. And x times 2 is 2x, but here, remember that I have to copy minus because it's a subtraction. Then one more time, cross the line, and step number 3, subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0, and 5x minus 2x, okay, is 3x, positive, okay. Now, remember the step number 4 is bring down the next number or term. In this case, the next one is 6, plus 6, then we have to put the positive sign too. Okay, and then let's start exactly the same, in the same way with the 4 steps. Then 3x divided by x, okay, 3x divided by x is 3, positive, then we have to put here 3. Why is 3? Because remember that we have to divide the coefficients, then 3 divided by 1 is 3, and x divided by x is 1, because we have to subtract the exponents, okay, and then 3 times 1, of course, is 3. Okay, now second step, multiply. 3 times x is 3, but we have to copy here with the opposite sign because it's a subtraction, remember, and 3 times 2 is 6, and we have to put it here with the opposite sign because it's a subtraction. Okay, cross the line. Here this is 0, and 6 minus 6 is also 0. There is no more numbers or expressions, terms to put down, to bring down. That means the division finished already. Then what is the answer for the division? The answer for the division is x plus 3. Okay. Okay. Then the quotient is 0, that means that it is an exact division. Let's analyze the next one, the next example, this one over here. Then in this case, it's important that we have in this in the dividend we have missing terms. What terms are missing? X squared is missing because it's not there. Then we have to replace by 0 x squared, and of course also is x is a missing term. Then let's save the space with a 0. That's going to be really important. Okay, now let's start the example. Remember the 4 steps. The first term here divided the first term here, okay, and it's going to be x squared because keep the same base and subtract the exponents. Remember the second step, multiply, then x squared times x is x cubed, but here with the opposite sign. Now x squared times 1 is x squared, but here with the opposite sign. Now cross the line and let's subtract. X cubed minus x cubed is 0, and 0x squared minus x squared, of course, is negative x squared. Remember the step number 4 is bring the next term down. In this case is plus 0x is the next term. And let's start again. Negative x squared divided by x is negative, because one is negative and positive is negative, negative x. Now negative x times x is negative x squared, but here we have to put with the opposite sign, then we have to write here positive. And negative x times positive 1 is negative x, but here we have to put with the opposite sign, then is plus x. One more time, subtract, step number 3, this is going to be 0, x squared divided by minus x squared, and 0x plus x, of course, is going to be positive x. Let's bring the next number down. Okay, in this case is plus 1. Put it down, and let's start the same cycle, the 4 steps. X divided by x is 1. Remember, any number divided by itself is 1. And now let's multiply positive because both of them are positive. 1 times x is x, but here we have to put with the opposite sign, and 1 times 1 is positive 1, but here with the opposite sign. Always here we have to write with the opposite sign. X plus x minus x is 0, and 1 minus 1 is 0. One more time, it's an exact division, and what is the answer for the division? The answer is x squared minus x plus 1. Okay guys, that's all. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Bye bye.